let me say a bit about the emergency department. We are continually told that the ambulances bypass this hospital all the time. So they're continually trying to create the illusion that the emergency department here is second rate and doesn't achieve anything. As was said earlier, 143 people in the 2016-17 calendar year required immediate resuscitation. Now think about that. If you're going to then try and transport them another 30 minutes away, they're probably not going to make it. The comment was also raised that mentioned that you've got nearly 5,000 who required treatment in 10 minutes. I mean, that's staggering numbers of people who need to be treated now, not tomorrow. Now, they're going to replace that emergency centre with something they've called an urgent care centre. I have to say to you, I'll be derogatory, it's a Band-Aid station. I'll be honest, it's a medical centre with a couple of doctors and a couple of nurses. It's very, very difficult for them to come out and talk this publicly because there's no question that they are pressured. They are, look, they're in strife within the system if they're seen to stir the pot. However, we've been told, she's given us some information which I think is very compelling. She told us that emergency, we were told, was going to have imaging services. They've been telling us we're going to have X-ray. And that's true, we're going to have X-ray. But all emergency services also have ultrasound and CT scans. And she made some very simple comments. She said, virtually never seen a person who came to an emergency with a stomach pain that didn't require an ultrasound. Virtually never saw a person come to emergency with a headache that didn't require a CT scan. We don't have a CT scan and we don't have ultrasound. So what you're being asked to do is triage yourself before you come to the hospital. You've got to make a decision. Are you going to be able to get to the other hospital or are you going to come to this hospital? And you've got to try and make that decision. They'll get you here and they'll go, holy crap, we're in trouble. Let's see if we can get you to the other one. The distances associated with this are appalling. People in South Coogee have 4 level 6 hospitals before they get to French's Forest, if they came to French's Forest for their healthcare. People at Avalon and Palm Beach and Whale Beach have a Band-Aid station before they get to their level 5, and it's the same distance and same time. You are being hung out to dry as a community, and we should be outraged about it. Let me tell you a bit about the beds, because the beds are really quite incredible. They've really been very cagey about what the new hospital's got. Now let me first of all say, I support the new hospital. I'm not anti a new hospital. Maybe I'd have preferred it was public, but I'm not anti. The Northern Beaches needed a decent level 5. It actually really needed a decent level 6 hospital, but it needed a decent hospital and it still needs this community hospital. So what I'm saying is not, I'm anti up there, I'm pro here. You need this as well. Now, they've been saying to us it's going to have 488 beds, and they've said to us we'll have the same number of beds we have already in Manly and Mona Vale. Well, the number of beds we have in Manly and Mona Vale, it varies depending how often they close them and open them, is around about the 300 mark. So we thought 488 beds, 300 public beds. What happens if it's full? Who knows? Well, we got an admission the other day on radio by the Chief Executive of the Northern District Health Area that it was half the 488, so it's 244 beds. So it's significantly less than the number of beds that we already have. Now, think about this also. The only people that come to our local hospitals at Manly and Mona Vale are those people who live on the strip. This Beaches strip up here. People from French's Forest, even Seaforth Balgala used to go to Royal North Shore, the people I know. People from Killarney, people from Forestville, French's Forest, people from Belrose, people from Roseville Chase, they go to Royal North Shore. So we put a hospital up there to take a bit of pressure off Royal North Shore, but we've dramatically increased the catchment area for those patients. So now we have a hospital that's going to attract a lot more people, but it's got a lot less beds than we've already got. It just doesn't add up. Now, let me finish with the land. I've been fighting this now for really nearly 20 years. I mentioned earlier, I think, that we had a rally and a big fight for many years in the early 20s, the early 2000s, I mean, where we really were concerned they were going to flog the land, build some buildings. We felt at the time, we actually got a commitment there were going to be 2 hospitals. There was going to be a Mona Vale hospital and there was going to be a French's Forest hospital. We were going to negotiate the services, but, gradually services got whittled and whittled and whittled. When that building goes, we will lose our opportunity for acute health services here forever if they get away with what we believe they're doing. In fact, I know they're doing. They're not going to sell it. They can tell us, we're not going to sell your land. But they are seeking expressions of interest from aged health-related organisations to build and operate facilities in that space. Now, what does aged care health-related services mean? Retirement village? Maybe a nursing home? What it doesn't mean is acute services for this community. And if we lose our acute services, people will unquestionably die trying to get to the new hospital, and we must never allow it to happen.